They are the bricks that build your legacy. Let others sleep while you rise early. Let them coast while you climb. Let them talk while you act. Because in the end, it's not who starts with the most strength that wins. It's who refuses to quit, who finds fire in their failures, who sees the impossible as a challenge, not a threat. There is a fire buried deep within every soul. For some, it flickers. For others, it roars. And for a few, it lies dormant, waiting for the right moment to explode into life. That fire is purpose. That fire is will. That fire is the voice inside that says, I am not done yet. So many people live their lives in quiet desperation, walking through days with no color, no sound, no meaning. They settle for less, convinced that more is not meant for them. But that is not your path. You were not created to blend in. You were made to break the pattern, to disrupt the rhythm, to rise while others remain still. It begins with one step, one decision to no longer accept the bare minimum from yourself. One moment of defiance against everything that has tried to hold you back. You do not need permission. You do not need perfect conditions. All you need is the courage to start and the strength to continue. The road will not be easy. You will stumble. You will question everything. But know this, every struggle carves depth into your spirit. Every setback is fuel. Every sacrifice you make becomes the foundation of something unshakable. Greatness is not a gift. It is a decision. And it is made not once, but every single day. In the way you speak, in the way you act, in the way you push when every muscle screams for rest, in the way you choose growth over comfort every time. There are moments in life when everything feels heavy. The weight of doubt, failure, and fear presses down like an invisible storm. But even in the darkest hours, there is something inside you that refuses to disappear. A quiet resistance, a silent promise, a voice that whispers, this is not where it ends. You were not born to fold under pressure. You were not created to live small, to play safe, to tiptoe through existence avoiding pain. No, you were made to rise through it, to stand when your legs shake, to speak when your voice cracks, to walk forward when the road disappears. Every scar you carry is proof that you survived. Every failure is evidence that you tried. And every setback is a chance to come back sharper, wiser, and more dangerous than before. This is not the time to give in. This is the time to lock in. Stop measuring yourself by what you haven't done. Stop waiting for motivation to arrive. Discipline will carry you where inspiration will not. Routine will shape you into what dreaming alone never could. Consistency is your sharpest weapon, and persistence is your armor. There are people counting you out right now. Let them. There are voices saying you won't make it. Let them speak. But you keep moving. Keep showing up. Keep proving that the fire inside you cannot be smothered by anything outside of you. There comes a silence before the storm of greatness. A pause, a breath, a stillness that seems endless. That silence is not emptiness. It is the preparation. The quiet before the roar. The moment the world forgets you. Just before you rise so high they cannot ignore you. Nobody sees the sleepless nights. Nobody claps for the sacrifices. Nobody applauds when you keep going with nothing but willpower and a dream stitched together by pain. But you do it anyway, not for validation, not for fame. You do it because something inside you demands more. There is a fire inside you that does not care about the odds. It does not flinch in the face of fear. It does not break under pressure. That fire is your identity. It burns through excuses. It burns through failures. It turns obstacles into fuel. And if you listen to it long enough, it will lead you to a place beyond what they said was possible. Your past does not define your limits. Your present does not decide your future. Your potential is not a reflection of your current results. It is a reflection of your refusal to settle. You were not made for mediocrity. You were not built to blend in. You were designed to push, to fight, to endure, and to win. Each time you rise after falling, you teach your mind that defeat is temporary. Each time you try again, you prove to yourself that resilience lives in your bones. And each step forward, no matter how small, is a declaration that you are still in the game. Somewhere in the quiet hours when the world is asleep and the noise fades, there's a whisper that only the relentless can hear. It's not loud. It doesn't scream. It simply says, keep going. And that whisper is your edge. That whisper is what separates those who wish from those who do. You weren't born to stand still. You weren't meant to just survive. Inside you is a hunger for something greater, something unspoken but deeply known. A need to push beyond the limits you've been told are fixed. A need to prove to yourself that you are more than they say, more than they expect, more than they will ever understand. Every moment of struggle, every time you've been overlooked, every failure that left you broken, it all forged something unbreakable in you. Not weakness, not defeat, but strength. Quiet kind of power. The kind that refuses to be defined by circumstances. The kind that refuses to quit. It is not the easy road that builds greatness. It is the one filled with setbacks and silence. It's the road where nobody claps. Nobody sees the effort. Nobody offers a hand. And still, you walk. Still, you rise. Still, you fight. You don't need permission to go further. You don't need applause to stay driven. You need only your own belief. A belief that your dream is real, that your vision matters, that the pain you carry is the weight that will shape the strength you'll need. There is a fire that refuses to die inside the soul of the determined. It does not flicker with the wind of doubt. It does not fade under the weight of failure. It only grows, slowly, quietly, powerfully. You carry that fire even when you forget it is there. They will try to tell you to settle, to stay comfortable, to play it safe. But greatness was never born in the safety of the crowd. It lives on the edge of discomfort, in the heart of effort that nobody sees, in the battle you fight alone when everyone else has already stopped. You weren't meant to repeat what's already been done. You were built to create something new, to take risks that scare you, to push through the fear and rise with the lessons that failure gives. Every time you fall and rise again, you sharpen your strength, you harden your will, you grow.